Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a look here at Loopring. This is a request from one of my community members. Thank you very much, Francis, for the request. Now, taking a look at Loopring, what we're going to do is just help understand profit targets, DCA targets, potential, as well as a few other things, right? So if you're new to the channel, just know I just love teaching people how to trade. My goal and my passion is to help you become a better trader, and I have a community with that specific purpose in place. So feel free to check that out. Link in the description below, CryptoCache.tech, and you can essentially become a member. And I basically send out signals for every single trade that I take, and I share everything that I trade with my members, and also, of course, a trading academy to help you become a better trader. So it's a lot of cool stuff there. Really amazing community where you can learn and grow together. So looking at Loopring, let's go to look at the obvious here. I'd like to start with the simple moving averages. We're well below both. We could have some resistance right around $1, but for now we're at about 77 cents, and we're a little ways away from that. But just know that 50 is working its way down, and that's notoriously a resistance. But given the amount of time here it's taken, it's obviously, again, the reason why it's taken so long to average out because of its meteoric rise, right? So back in November, it was shooting off crazy. It's retraced ever since because it went up way too high, way too fast. Okay. And it takes a long time for that to consolidate and come back. Now, it's done a couple of consolidation bottoms here. In other words, we've got a decent amount of volume. You could probably see here somewhere in the price point around 62 to 76 cents. So again, a lot of volume profile here. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit further and see what the most recent volume accumulation looks like. We can kind of see tremendous amount of volume right around the 90, correction, sorry, that took a moment to update, right around 92, 93 cents. Okay. So this isn't fantastic in the sense that the price being below that could be a potential resistance. So until we get back up above 92 to $1, I would not be considering this bullish at all. Again, that's kind of the obvious, of course. You can kind of see that from the chart. But just big picture based on volume alone, we've got a lot more volume above the price point than the current price point, and that's never a great sign. We just need to accumulate more volume here at 75, 76 cents. So it wouldn't be a terrible place to DCA, because you can see twice now it's tried to pass that point and can't. Right, so 63, for lack of better terms, is the closest approximate lowest price recently, and the most previous highest price was 56 cents. So 56 to 63 is essentially a nice strong support channel if the price were to come back down there again. Maybe consider throwing a dollar cost average target into 63 to 64 cents so you can get filled at a lower price point. I don't foresee us coming down that low again, but again, stranger things can happen. It just depends on how Bitcoin performs, because Loopring obviously keeps retracing every time Bitcoin retraces. It recovers when Bitcoin recovers, but not by very much. Right? So just got to recognize that it does well in some cases, but we shouldn't expect a meteoric rise here. Yes, it's getting down. It's getting held down for a long time, but until we're back up above the 50-day SMA, which puts us somewhere in the range of, what is it? Again, $1 to 10 to 110, right in that price range, we can expect some resistance in that channel. Okay. All right. So, anyways, that's just kind of the state of the union there. One last thing to look at here as well is the RSI. You can see pretty clear as day right here that we've stayed under 50 in the RSI ever since the December 4th sell-off. So yes, it's tried a couple times to break above, but it never truly has any success. So until we're back up over the 50 on the RSI as well, I would not consider this to be bullish, and I wouldn't consider adding a lot to it initially there. Or, you could have the reverse effect though. Keep this in mind. You can definitely add a lot to it now, not your entire portfolio, but you can continue to add to it, because obviously if it comes up from here, it's going to be much more valuable. So again, there's different considerations there, but generally speaking, it doesn't look strong until we have that confirmation. I don't like to take entry. And confirmation to me is just ensuring that you're stopped making lower highs and lower lows. I mean, you see this, it just keeps going lower. Now, the likelihood of it going much lower than 63 cents is less likely, right? Because I don't think it's going to happen based on the fact that 63 was its most recent bottom as well. It never went past that point, even in dire straits for Bitcoin. So heaven forbid Bitcoin doesn't drop below, or sorry, it does drop below 37,000, then we might see a case in point where the price comes down. But if Bitcoin can hold 40 to 41.5 and then continue to progress upwards over the next few weeks, we'll definitely see Loopring start to continue to work its way back up. All right. So anyways, just kind of stating the obvious. I apologize. Just want to make sure you're aware of that. All right. So that's kind of where we're at there. We're up over 50 on the RSI for now, so the midterm is decent. It just kind of reaffirmed the fact that 77 cents was a strong resistance, now a support level. So we do have 77 as a support, which is good. All right, but again, we're not out of the woods completely yet. We need to make more higher highs and higher lows. But for now, I'll take that. That is definitely a nice positive. We are making higher lows. and higher highs on the 1 hour. Okay, and this does translate to the 4 hour, which obviously does translate to the larger time frames. So again, if we can continue this type of behavior, we'll be in really good shape. Now let's just go ahead and take a quick look here at the cloud. It does tell us we want to probably consider closing our position soon, and or maybe even now, because the baseline is above the conversion line. Those are basically just things kind of letting you know that moving averages are telling us that there's a shift in momentum and it's losing its uptrend, right? Just because it's consolidating doesn't mean you have to close your position. It's just a conservative indicator letting you know that if you had taken entries, just say down here, and you're up here, why not take an 18 to 20% profit? Don't be stupid. Don't get greedy. Take your profits while you still can. That's kind of the general concept I like to drive home. Again, of course, Loopring, if this is your long-term hold, don't listen to any of that. Hold on to it for a long time. Add your position, DCA weekly or however often you can. But on the point I'm trying to draw here is just that if you're doing a short-term trade, you should take your profits. Try not to hold on for the moon, because the moon will probably not happen for another few hundred days, right? I don't think Loopring is going to take off like it did previously, at least as strong and as quick as it did. It does have potential, however, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. If it were to just say increase and break its most recent high of 123, we could see a range of 180 to 185 over the next couple of months. Right now, this is pending Bitcoin comes up above 46, 47,000, kind of breaks into that key level support, or breaks the resistance, establishes that as a support level, and starts trending closer to 50,000. I don't think we're going to see Loopring take off without Bitcoin doing well, because you got to look at it here. Back in November, again before December 4th, the market was in pretty good shape. Everyone was, we were more so in a greed market versus a fear market, and that has a big factor here. So if you look here, December 4th, this large candle wick down. Yes, Loopring kind of held together, so to speak, for a little while, but it totally broke down. It hasn't been the same ever since. Again, bearish type of market, this is what you see in a bearish market, and this is what you see in a bullish market, all right? Until Bitcoin flips bullish, we're not going to expect that, just to be straightforward with you. Anyways, doesn't mean you can't still continue to DCA. 76 cents is still a heck of a value in my personal opinion. In the big picture, I do think we're going to see more of an upside than a downside, but that's because I feel like Bitcoin will eventually recover here soon. I do personally think that somewhere that the low 30s would be the bottom for Bitcoin in the immediate future. Right. Time will tell, of course, but I'm more so bullish on the long run for Bitcoin, which is why I'm more so bullish for the long run on Loopring. Okay. Short term, I don't expect anything over $1.20 in the next month. I don't think we're going to hit that just yet. I hope I'm wrong, though. Trust me, I hope I'm wrong about that. Anyways, thanks again for joining me here. I hope you learned something, obviously. And if you did, comment below. If you haven't become a community member already, consider checking that out. Link in the description below. We have a trading community. You can learn and grow as a trader. I send out signals for every single trade that I take, so you learn how to structure your trades. And of course, more important, in my personal opinion, is the Trading Academy help you get a foundation of understanding how to be a better trader. So watch those videos, check that out if you haven't already. Once again, thank you, Francis, for the request here. We'll look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.